I'm so glad that Bismack Biyombo is back in the league, all right? Because this guy is a certified baller, in my opinion. Seriously. I think he's a guy that, eh, I think maybe I'm being a bit overzealous, but I think he's a guy who's definitely deserving of being a player who gets a spot on a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder. And let's be honest, Oklahoma City Thunder might have they did a salary cap move while getting themselves Gordon Hayward, which I know, albeit, isn't the same guy that he used to be. But I still do believe that he's a guy who can provide value to a team like the Mr. Thunders. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm also like switching this. I kind of wanted to do something cool in the middle of this video where I switch the headlines. But either way, Bismack Biyombo saying this man who averaged 5.5 points, 6.5 rebounds for the Grizzlies this year is getting an opportunity to come out and show the Thunder that he can be the guy that they've kind of been missing this season in terms of they lack size and behind Chet Holmgren. And even then, Chet Holmgren's a toothpick. And for me, I think they're looking at this like, hey, maybe, damn, thought this was going to look way better. We can probably fix this in 3 seconds. Booyah. But there's too much light for my living room, so we need to go like this. And boom. The problem is there's no overhead light. That would have looked so much cooler if I was able to, get it to work. But in the future, we'll make sure. So what is going to happen with Bismack Biyombo on this team? What he's going to give them is basically the Thunder are a team that this year they're a top offense, they're a top defense, specifically the 5th best offense, 5th best defense, 2nd in net rating, 3rd best 3-point shooting team in the league. Yep, that's all true. And they have Shai, J-Dub, and Chet, who those 3 dudes right there, between them, they're basically averaging 66 points between those 3 guys. Now you throw in 12 points from Josh Giddey, that's about 88, then another 11 from Lou Dort, that's 99 points, and then you get Isaiah Joe giving you 9 points, that's 108. And this is a team that I'm not, and that's like their main rotation. And then we throw in Cassam Wallace, who gives you 6, and then you also have Aaron Wiggins. This is a team who averages 120 points a game. And like I said, off the bench, it's been consistently Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, Cassam Wallace as their like 3 dudes that get the minutes off the bench, and then the starting lineup, of course, Shai, J-Dub, Chet, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, and yeah, I said it, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, Chet, J-Dub, Shai. So the one that I think is going to be the odd man out, I think it's going to have to be Lou Dort, who's going to be the one who moves to the bench, unless they think Gordon Hayward's going to come off the bench, which is quite possible. As Gordon Hayward would probably be better suited coming off the bench, but you're also dealing with a guy that I think, not saying that it's not an ego thing, but I think he would like to say that that he's still deserving of a starting spot on the team. Okay, so he's making $30 million a year, and the reason why I say that is if you look at a guy like Josh Giddey, as of late, Josh Giddey, yes, I know he's between Josh Giddey and Lou Dort, they're the 2 least 3-point shooters in that starting lineup. Because you have, and the reason I'm talking about this is because this is going to figure it out with Bismack Biyombo and how he's going to fit here. Because Bismack Biyombo behind Mr. Chet Holmgren, it's Jalen Williams, who I love. I love J. Will, but he, the Vietnamese big man isn't really the strongest dude in the world. And there's going to be nights where you're going to be going up against Nikola Jokic, Anthony Davis, Yusuf Nurkic in the playoffs. I'm sorry, Chet Holmgren and J. Will can't handle that. And the whole thing we have to factor in that Gordon Hayward. So you're going to, Cassam Wallace. Cassam Wallace and Aaron Wiggins might be the guys who get less minutes. Same thing with Isaiah Joe and Lou Dort. Josh Giddey's passing has been really big. And I know Josh Giddey is shooting 33% right now on the season from 3. But I remember last I checked in January, this kid was having it was in December, my apology. In December, he was shooting almost 4. So basically over the last 2.5 months, Josh Giddey has been almost shooting 4 threes a night. It started in over 12 games in playing only 23 minutes a night. Josh Giddey shot 48% from the field on 10 attempts a game, while shooting 3.5 attempts from 3 at 38%, scoring 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 4.5 assists. Then in January, he fell back down to earth at 45% from the field, 9 attempts a game, shooting 3.1 attempts from 3 at 31%, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 11 points. So far this month, scoring 13.5. 48.4% from. So he's taking almost 4 threes a night, and I think his passing, because they don't have he's the only pure point guard in there, and if they're gonna pull some of Kassan minutes and give them to Bismack Biyombo and Gordon Hayward, same thing with Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins, and we assume a little bit of Lou Dort. Your assumption is because Josh is the only point, he's gonna be the one that. I think he's going to go back to that 23, 25 minute a game mark with Bismack Biyombo over here, probably playing. If we look at how they use their rotations right now, I see him probably playing like 10 to 15 minutes at most, maybe 12. Jay Will's been playing 12 minutes a night when he does play. So for me, it does make sense if that's ending up being like what they do there, because for me, it makes complete sense if we're a team like the Thunder that you're only using him for matchups, which I completely get that, because if you want to take advantage of the size that he'll give you in comparison. But yeah, that's basically my thoughts on that. Let me know your thoughts on the whole thing, if you guys agree with it. What I'm saying, there are going to be some decisions. I know Gordon Hayward won't make his debut until after the All-Star weekend, but Thunder fan, let me hear your thoughts. But that's the gist of it.